Hello. Oh, hey, you just hold on. I got a raid right as I started. Hold on. I don't even have chat set up yet. Hold on, give me 1 second. I've literally just started my stream. Okay, we got this chat over here. We got this one. Increase the size. You gotta resize the window. Alright, hold on. Let me greet everyone. Welcome to Stream Elements, Ranmu, Brooke, Slime Molder, Menace Lunashi, Stanley, Nutritious, Michael, Duck, Hamflow, myself, Marley, thanks for the raid. Welcome Lon Karohatu, welcome Lily Cade, Waper34, and TGS Leo. Hello. Okay, hold on. Now that we're set up, let me see what you were up to. I have to now sit up. This screen is so close to me. Okay, shout out Ghost Girl Marley. We're playing Splatoon 3. As usual, I hope you had a good time Splatooning 3, the triple Splatoon. Did I welcome Cole? I didn't. Welcome Cole as well. Celebrating a new cover release and splatting. It was chill. Well, hope it was good. Hope everyone enjoyed the cover. Is it a song that I might know? I don't really know that many songs. But I hope it was good. Welcome, Shima Panic as well. Yes, I did not greet you yet. That was your first message today. Anyway, hold on. Let me also make sure that I disable interacting with the window so that I don't accidentally ban someone like I've done before. Sometimes I just move my controller around, accidentally click something, ban someone. Left controller not connected? What the heck? Alright, that's kind of weird. I definitely recharged my controller yesterday. Seems like it's not working now. There's my left hand right there. Oh, but that's where the settings are. I can't even. Oh no, I can't even adjust the settings. Okay, hold on. I can adjust the settings like this. Okay, maybe I can't. Settings. Block input, yes. And then hide it. And then we have to exit layout mode. Alright. It's a pretty huge Vocaloid song. Yo, I know Ghost Rule. Classic Deco Nina song. Everyone knows that one. Welcome, Warfish as well. Twitch makes it easy to accidentally ban someone. Yeah, especially if you're like in VR. You're just clicking around. You got those buttons over there. Anyway, that was a good time. Good time back in the old days. Deco Nina's old songs. I miss his old songs. I'm one of those Vocaloid boomers that's like, oh man, all his old songs were so good. The new ones, they're alright. I definitely prefer the old ones. Anyway. Oh shoot, I can't open the menu. Hold on. Since I don't have my left controller working, I cannot actually open up the screen menu. Is there a way for me to do that? Do I have to like go to my computer to do this? Welcome Darth Nomad. It's kind of messed up. I feel like maybe like one of my controller batteries doesn't work anymore. I don't know. I don't know what it is. So like yesterday, I definitely recharged my controller, and I thought it worked, but maybe it's just broken permanently. His new stuff is popping every now and then too. He's been experimenting with the more pop sound in recent years, it feels like. Yeah, and it's different. People out here, when anything changes, oh man, I like the old thing. New thing is not even equal to the old thing. Anyway, they're fine. They're just different. Anyway, good song though. Anyway, welcome everyone. It is in fact Wednesday again. Back here on the lake as expected. And what even happened? Welcome Choco. Yo, you got the hype train badge. Good times. Yesterday went to the office. Welcome Crespian C as well. Went to the office, programmed some things. I walked to the office because it was pretty nice outside. I saw, on the subway, I saw that same guy. Remember like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I talked about how on the subway there was this one guy who had a violin and he played this, he played like 3 songs. Each of those songs was like 10 to 20 seconds long. He just played those and then he left. And I was like, that's kind of funny. And then I saw him again yesterday. And guess what? He did the exact same thing. And maybe that's his way of being efficient. He plays all the classics. He plays the Sopranos theme or Godfather or whatever. He plays... I didn't recognize the first one. The second one, it sounds like some kind of traditional Jewish song. I'm not sure. Anyway, he just was out there playing all the songs. I didn't see anyone give him money though, but it's fine. And then went to the office. There was food, as usual. Food was pretty good, and there was some tea. Brought some of those tea bags home because they requested us to, and it was nice. And that's pretty much good times. Hope everyone else had a good Tuesday. That was yesterday, so like the name of this stream is that I was debugging an issue that only what's it called? I can't even see it. My left controller is broken, so I can't even open the menu. Hold on, let me sit down at my computer. You don't even get to see it. What did I title this stream? Some code that only works on Tuesday. So yesterday I was at the office, and so on Monday I was debugging some kind of software thing, and it was not working. I would send out a request, and the request would just hang forever, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. What's even causing this? And then I was like, maybe I'll figure it out on Tuesday. And then I went to the office on Tuesday, and then I made some code changes, and I fixed it. And I was like, whoa, what the... How does this work? And then I was like, cool, I finally figured it out. And then on Wednesday, which is today, I was working from home, and the same code that worked yesterday did not work today. I was like, that's weird. Maybe I made some changes that I didn't know. So then I checked out the exact changes that I made, and it still didn't work, and then I spent much of the day just being like, I don't know what this is. And then I did eventually figure it out. You know what the difference is between yesterday and today? Yesterday I was in the office, and apparently the Wi-Fi/Ethernet in the office is much better than my Wi-Fi at home. So at home I was running into some timeout errors. There's like this code, it was calling a thing, and then it was timing out, but then there was no error message, and then it just never resolved, and then it would just hang forever. And then it didn't happen on Tuesday because that request just never timed out. So anyway, it's pretty good. I figured that out. And this is the most engaging commentary you will ever see, based on facts and logic. Anyway, I figured that out. And it's good. Everything's going well. Anyway, how are you all doing? Welcome, Rojo Mild. Mustard. Yeah, I mean, it also kind of was like... I didn't really feel like working, so... it was also kind of just like... Hey, I don't know what's causing this issue. I'm just gonna spend some time debugging it. And then, I eventually figured it out, but... It's kind of like, you know, there's not really too much expectation. Got your eye exam. Did you pass the eye exam? I don't know. Hope it was good. And then I was just lying down a bunch today. I was feeling kind of tired. I don't know what it is. You ever just out there, like, you know, don't feel like doing anything on a certain day? I just decide to lie down, be like, man, just have a Northern Lions stream playing in the background. You got new glasses and you got new sunglasses. Hope it was good. Hope the prescription is good for you. That you can see things well. It's great. And then what? And then what even? I don't even know how much glasses cost. The last time I got glasses was probably like 15 years ago. Maybe even longer. Was it 15 years ago? No, it was like more than 15 years ago. I feel like the glasses that I have today, that I only wear sometimes, are glasses that I got when I was in high school. And that was, how long ago was that? That was like, can you believe that was more than 15? Holy frick, it's more than 15 years ago? Oh wait, look, my hand is working again. Hold on. The hand is back. I can now open menus. It's great. I probably got the glasses in like junior year of high school, maybe. I mean, like, I don't wear them that often, so I haven't had to change them. They still work perfectly fine. How often does everyone replace their glasses? Even with insurance, I still paid $300 for sunglasses. It's crazy. It's so much money. Okay, left controller has disconnected again. I might need to buy new batteries. I think this battery is just broken. Either that or my battery, like, rechargeable battery recharger is broken. I can't tell. Oh, it's back. It's not back. I thought it was back. The left controller. Okay, now it's back. Now it's okay. Now it's here. It's gone. It's still not working. Okay, it's here. It's showing up sometimes. Move my hand here. Okay, there it is. I don't know what it is. It's definitely not working. 2 years. Is that normal? Is that the normal time that everyone does? I don't know. Anyway, besides that, yesterday when I got home, I finally played a VR game that isn't VR efficient for like the first time in maybe like a year or two. I was like, I feel like my stomach was really full, and I was like, man, you know, I should probably like do some exercise. So then I played Pistol Whip. That is the game. It's like a rhythm game where you're shooting things. You gotta move your body to dodge obstacles. So I played that yesterday. It's pretty good. I didn't realize that they had a lot of new content since the last time I played. They had a Halloween level. They had like a Viking level. I played that. I think Probs Not Jack plays that one. He's mentioned it a few times. But it was cool. But definitely kind of tiring. It's something, you know, you haven't played the game in like years maybe. You get back into it and you're like, whoa, I have to move around. I have to actually squat to dodge these things. I have to actually move my arms like this. But yeah, I played it for like maybe like 40 minutes to an hour. It was good. Good times. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I did. Went to the office, came back, played games. I watched some streams as usual. That's it. I browsed some games. You know that Steam Next Fest is happening right now? Went through the list of games to decide maybe I should play some of these on Saturday. And I have a list of games. You know what's kind of really inconvenient about Steam though? Is that you can't add games to a list, right? The only games that you have is like a wish list, and everything gets bunched together into one list. I kind of liked how Itch.io had collections you could make. So like if you're just like, okay, here's a bunch of indie games I want to play, just make a new collection, you add games to it. But on Steam, I don't think there's a way to do that, right? You have to like actually own the game before you can categorize it, or you have to like, I don't know, add it to your one wish list, and then just everything is just there on the same list, which is kind of annoying. Anyway, I ended up adding all of it to my wish list. The thing is, I don't even really want all those games. I just want to play the demo. And so, like, maybe I'll play the demo and the game's not actually that good. I don't have to, like, remove it from my wish list. Into a bookmark folder. It's kind of annoying, though. Because, like, then I would have to do it on my PC. Because, like, the PC, which is where I'm streaming from now, is where I download the games and play them. But I'm usually, like, I don't turn on my PC unless I'm streaming. So I'm, like, browsing on my Mac. And, you know, I have this entire list of games. And I could, like, I don't really want to set up syncing between, like, my desktop and my PC. Because it's, like, I don't know, data privacy issues. Everything on this PC is just, like, stuff that I don't care about. Wishlist has grown to 80 games, becoming difficult. Exactly. I don't even know how many games I have on my wishlist. It definitely grew by like 10 at least. And I kind of feel like I'm probably not going to be able to play all of those games that I've wishlisted. Like there's some that I'm like, I don't know if this game looks that fun. But like, might as well, you know, because Steam Next Fest, I feel like they could have made Next Fest last more than a week, right? Because, like, I do one variety stream on Saturday, and it's like, you know, I'm probably not going to play all of them. And then by the time the next variety Saturday stream comes around, the demos will be all gone, which is kind of messed up. You don't have that many games, you have 20. What about the Hamflow games list? Aren't there more games in that? Got 400 games on your wish list? Are you actually going to buy all of those games? Do you actually want to play all those games? There should be a feature that's like, you've had this wish listed for a year, still haven't bought it. You sure you want it? Yeah. That's happened before. There's definitely been like a lot of games that are like, they're on sale, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should check that out. Or like, they're not on sale, and I'm like, maybe I should check it out when they go on sale. And then they go on sale, and I'm like, I don't know if I really even want this game. It's not discounted enough. I'm fine with waiting for an even steeper discount. And then by the time it is super discounted, I'm like, I don't even really want to play this anymore. Oh, 20 on your wish list. That makes more sense. I'm like, what do you mean he has 20 games? He's definitely played more than 20 games on stream. Sometimes go through and remove games. Maybe. Now, if my left controller would work, I would show you all what's on my wish list. Unfortunately, it does not work. There's games that have gotten sale alerts for 6 or 7 times. Yeah, it's always like, is it cheap enough for me to want? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe someday. And the thing is also that sometimes they're free on Epic Game Store, and I don't realize until afterwards. Actually, there have been some games that I've played on stream. I was like, oh, it's on sale on Steam, let me buy this. And then I buy it and play it on stream. And then later I found out that I already had this on Epic Game Store for like years now. I just never bothered to use the Epic Game Store. So things like that happen. This past weekend, I think Orfish gave me a game that he had on Humble Games. What is it called? Humble Bundle? Or whatever. And I was like, oh cool, I'll check that out. And then I logged into my Humble Bundle and I realized that I had a bunch of games on there that I never played. I bought them during some kind of sale. and then just never got around to playing it. Some of those games might even be games that I have played on stream. Also, welcome, Zoe. Anyway, that's the status. Everything that happened. Really wish my left controller would work. I don't know what it is. Welcome, Hostile Wave, as well. It works sometimes. Sometimes it just doesn't work. See, the thing is, I can't even really do fishing with just one hand. Because, like, I could, like, cast the bait. I can't even put the bait on here without a second hand. So, like, what am I supposed to do? Just use no bait? Come on. Messed up. The state of society nowadays. This hand. I could maybe remove the battery from my right controller and put it into my left controller. Does no bait actually work? It does, but it's like it's not as good. Let me try it. But like the way that I would be reeling in is that I would have to reel in like this from here. And also there's like a wall in the way. Hold on, what if I move over here? There's never been a one-armed fisherman. Surely there has been. Most definitely. Here, okay, we're here now. I think I made it worse. That. Okay, let me stand farther back. Perhaps over here. Okay, now, nope. Actually, this thing is now in the wall. I don't think I can fish today. I think we're just gonna be sitting here, not even fishing. Oh yeah, what if I put it on this side? I could put it on this side. Only single arm occupation is banditry. Why is that? Who decided on these? The one-arm bandit? That's like what they call slot machines, right? Anyone go gambling recently? Are we talking about one arm? Do you not see where my hand is right now? Do you not even see that my hand is not accessible? It's stuck in place. Batteries run out. Kind of messed up. Society. Society did this to us. Anyway, what else? What else is going on? Do you see that Twitter got rid of the ability to see other people's liked tweets? What's up with that? Everyone, you open the app, you get this pop-up that's like, hey, your tweets are no longer, your likes are no longer visible. On one hand, we're talking about hand right here. On this hand. But then it's like, what's the difference between a like and a bookmark then? Right? If your likes aren't shown to other people and also your bookmarks aren't shown to people, like what's the point? Likes influence the algorithm, but that's like, it's kind of stupid. It just feels kind of silly, you know? Also, you can't really like categorize likes. Could you? I've never really used bookmarks on Twitter, but like, can you categorize bookmarks into like different categories? Is that why they're useful? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen a tweet and thought like, oh, I should bookmark this tweet. It's like I don't tend to like that many things. So when I have seen a tweet that I want to look back at some point in the future, I just like it, and then I can scroll through my likes. Only if you have Twitter Blue. It's not even called Twitter Blue anymore, right? It's just called like X Pro. Such a stupid name. Info says, I hardly ever like tweets, so I guess that's why my algorithm was so fricked. I think that's why we keep seeing the same tweets. It's like a lot of times on your stream, you'll talk about a tweet you saw, and I'll be like, I also saw that tweet. And also, I remember Northern Lion talked about that tweet. So, like, I feel like people that don't tend to interact a lot with tweets, everyone just gets served the same, like, popular tweets over and over again. And that's why when NL talks about a tweet he saw, sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I also saw that one. It's crazy. People missed out on seeing Booba in your likes, they will never get to see it again. Remember when Twitter used to show you, just like on your timeline, other people's likes? The For You page doesn't really do that anymore, but, you know, a like on Twitter used to be just a non-deterministic retweet. Welcome, watch here. And, I don't know if it does that anymore. Have I seen the VTuber girl who will go into brain tumor surgery tomorrow? I think I saw a tweet from a VTuber that did say that she had a shrimp-sized brain tumor or something. I didn't actually see any follow-ups to that. So I don't know. I'm gonna assume that's the same person. I use Wolfie and Librarian to filter Twitter. So true. Wait, then like I don't even talk about tweets that often, right? When was the last time I was like, did you see this tweet or blah blah blah? See, I feel like making them non-public would certainly influence my behavior, but probably make me not bother. I like things on the off chance that someone sees X like to Y when they look at my profile. No, people don't even see that. Okay, this is how I'm gonna fish today. My left hand is not working, so I'm gonna have to do this. Wait, but then I can't... How can I even do this? Because then once the string gets too tight, then I can't let go. I'm gonna need to have like the fish, like... This is also really tiring. You ever try doing this? Also, look how far away my hand is. Okay, now we have to let the fish get tired. It's fine, right? And now, go back here. Okay, you know what? I do this. Put it back. And then we do this again. And then we wait. And then we wait. Okay, now it's going to start doing this thing. Now we do this. We do this again. Most complex fishing we've ever done. There's a 1 of N thread start. I feel like I don't click on threads that often recently. They're usually like way too long. And I'm like, I don't have the patience to read several tweets in a row about this one thing that I wasn't even aware of until now. I feel like you do it pretty frequently. What was the last tweet I talked about though? Besides, well, this one someone else brought up. But like, so what's a tweet that I mentioned? I don't even know. What do I even see on my Twitter? Twitter's not designed for essays. Exactly. That's why in every long Twitter thread, you see someone post, there's like a thread on Rolling Bot, and then it's just like, it turns it into a web page. It's like, why post long form content on Twitter? Whatever happened to short tweets? I just like had this sandwich today. Saw this bird. Okay, did I get... Oh, I got the fish. Do you see this? I somehow got this fish. With one hand? Whoa. Fishing expert catches fish. Look at how far away my hand is from the reel. I'm controlling it with my mind. See, I don't use Twitter enough to really know what anything does. I feel like even people that do use Twitter a lot probably don't know what things do. It's just like, here's a button. It does a thing sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. I like tweet threads. It breaks down ideas into easily consumable chunks. Well, maybe you're just built different. I feel like it's like sometimes I'll see like a tweet thread and I'm like, oh, this seems interesting. And then I click on it expecting to see maybe like 4 to 5 tweets. And then I read the 5th tweet, and then I find out that the tweet thread goes on for way longer than that. It goes on for like 100 tweets, and I'm like, come on. This is like too much. I'm just here for like, you know, a short digestible story or something. Just a fun little short thread. Suddenly, this guy wrote a whole essay. It's not for me. I feel like sometimes people, they take it too far. If you have like a thread that's more than like 10 tweets, I don't know. Maybe just don't have it on Twitter. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. People do read it. If you can get one fish with one hand, think about how many fish you'll be able to get when you have two. Exactly. Look, this hand, unrecognized potential. This fish is out here. How do I even get this fish? Oh, wait a second. I can't even get this fish because in order to grab this fish, I need to use my other hand. But the only other way is if I grab the fish while it's on this thing. Look, I don't know how to do that because it's really far away. What if I did this? If I did this, and then the fish... Okay, that doesn't work. What if, wait a second. What if I did this? If I lowered the fish onto the boat, like this, right? And then, once the fish is on the boat, then I do this. Oh, it works. Pro strats right here. Look at that. Successful fish. To me, my mind doesn't register as an essay if it's 20 paragraphs. Well, I think you're just different. I think everything is just different depending on circumstances. I don't know. It's good for you though that you can read tweets. Long tweet thread. What's the best long tweet thread you've seen recently? One where you're like, whoa, what the heck is this? This is cool. I was thinking, like, I don't post too much on social media, so yesterday I just tweeted social media. You know the messed up part? That tweet got more likes than anything I put effort into. You see that? You saw that, right? It got like 5 responses, like 50 likes. And then the tweets where I'm going live and actually put effort into the drawings, there's like nothing. I guess it is easier to like interact with tweets like that though. Really goes to show you society. Classic. Actually, this happens a lot to artists too. A lot of artists, when they post like, you just think of like some silly meme to draw, and then all of their memes get like super popular. They're like, no, why did the meme tweet have to be popular? This thing that I put no effort into. I don't know. It really goes to show you the state of our society. It really says a lot. Anyway, I don't know what else happened. Anything else of note? I like woke up today thinking that maybe I'm sick. I'm not sure, but like, you ever have this thing where like you wake up and then like your stomach feels really bloated and full for some reason, and then like feels like you're sweating? I don't know. Why is that? Am I sick? What kind of sickness is that? Is that a fever? Do I have a fever? I sure hope not. I saw that a lot of people who went to Off-Guy have COVID. It's kind of messed up, right? Cancer. See, that's the messed up part. I looked it up. I was like, why do I feel bloated? After several days. And it was just like, it could be anything. It could also be cancer. I'm like, I really hope not. Sure hope it's not cancer. Convid people have definitely said that as well. The Shika Noko thing is still around. So true. That is in fact still there. Convid. Anyone out there at cons right now? Could be at a con right now. And also this upcoming week, we have a Juneteenth. That is June 19th is a holiday in the US now. It is now, on this year, it's on a Wednesday. which is kind of weird for vacation because you go to the office. Well, you don't go to the office. You go to work 2 days, then you have a day off, and then you have 2 more days of work. Always strange when a holiday falls on a Wednesday, because then you're like, I don't know, what am I gonna do? I can't like take 3 days off. I guess I could. Some people are doing it, but it's like it's such an awkward time. But then one thing I did find out though is that apparently, so we have to go to the office 2 days a week, right? It's Tuesday. Typically they recommend Tuesday and Thursday, but I found out apparently if a holiday falls on one of those 3 days, you do not have to go to the office one of those days of the week. So like since it's a holiday on Wednesday, I could choose to only go to the office on Tuesday or Thursday. So maybe next week we can have a Thursday stream for the first time in forever. I don't know, maybe. But also it's been so long since the last Thursday stream that I don't even know what I would play. Also the fact that we have like a holiday on Wednesday and I usually do VR fishing. I'm not gonna do like 5 hours of VR fishing, right? Kind of weird. So I'm like, what do I do on Wednesday? If I'm not going to be going to work on Wednesday and I have extra time that I could stream, what would I even do besides fishing? You have national holidays on non-Mondays over there? Yes. It's very common for holidays to not be on Monday. But like typically, I feel like Wednesday is the only weird day. Because like if a holiday falls on a Tuesday, typically, like sometimes they'll give you like they'll give you Monday off. Well, this is for like big holidays like July 4th, which is American Independence Day. Is if July 4th falls on a Thursday, you typically get Thursday and Friday off. If it falls on a Tuesday, you typically get Monday off as well. But then if it's on like a Wednesday, we don't even know. See, everyone that was there got sick. Got cases funnier than others. Some cases funny. How is that funny? People had COVID. Is that a thing to laugh about? Yeah, it's the anniversary. June 19th. Doodle stream? I don't know. Maybe. Here only the Christmas Eve ones can be on arbitrary days. Everything else on Monday. Sometimes the Friday before Monday. Or the Tuesday after one. Yeah, they didn't think about that. They simply did not consider. Probably makes sense to move it to the closest Monday or Friday. That's what I think. You should have done that. Welcome, Namington. But then it's like, what about like next year if it falls on like a Tuesday or like a Thursday? It's not like a big enough holiday like July 4th or Christmas that they would give us Monday or Friday off for it, right? I don't know, maybe they would. When, what day is it on next year? June 19th. There's some people that memorize stuff like this. They're like, okay, it's 2025. Obviously, June 19th is on a whatever due to modular arithmetic. Saturday. Okay, we'll probably have it observed on Friday. So we'll probably get the Friday off, is what I'm going to assume. I don't know. Or not. It's not on Saturday. What, Sunday? Monday? I don't know. We don't even know. Thursday? What? That's another weird day. Like, they're not gonna give us Thursday and Friday off for this. Just gonna be one of those weird days. I don't know. Maybe that's fine. It's probably fine. Complaining about 3 days off. Imagine complaining. What the? Got music playing here? Anyway, what else is going on? People take the Friday off anyway. Call it a word that I don't know how to pronounce. Bruckentag? Bruckentag? One year I forgot to take time off. I took all of the Tuesdays off for the rest of the year. It was a bad plan. I feel like you would probably want to take the Mondays or Fridays off. Taking Tuesdays off is kind of awkward. It moves 1 day forward in a non-leap year or 2 in a... Oh, is that the... This strat? So a non-leap year? Okay, so if it's on Wednesday, yeah, then it would be on a Thursday, I see. And then the year after that, it would be on a Friday. And then a Saturday. Whoa, what? Never thought about this. Car drift. Sure hope it does. If you take Tuesday off, you have 2 Mondays every week. Yeah, because then you gotta be like... You couldn't like change your mind or anything. You had to be like... Tell them in advance that you're going to take all the Tuesdays off. I don't know. Anyway. I should be sitting up. You know, at work I've been using the standing desk more often. I realize they do have standing mats at the office, but like... I feel like they're not used that often. No one else that I see uses this standing mat. And I use it. How's the standing desk? Pretty good. I set it up really high. Once you've started, you have to finish. You can't just be like, I chose Tuesday, I'm gonna change it to be Monday. Anyway, standing desks are nice. I've definitely worked my way up to standing more at the office. I remember the first time I went into the office, I was like, ooh, they got standing desks, let me use this. And then I used it all day, and then my legs were not used to standing for that long. It was very hard to like sit up. But now I've gotten used to it. Also, the standing mat definitely helps. Office ergonomics, exactly. Good times. It's like admitting defeat. Yeah, but then like, isn't that good? If you don't admit defeat, then you're gonna have to live the entire rest of the year with the suboptimal vacation day. I think that's kind of messed up. That you would subject yourself to this. Anyway, it's good times. We spent ages finding a good standing desk at our office. I stole the choice and have the exact one at home too. Love height changing desks. Isn't it one of those fancy ones with like buttons? Or is it one of those that you like... Oh wait, my hand is working. What the frick? Hold on. My hand is working now. It's got presets. Yeah, the one at the office has presets. It's got like 4 different ones. And then like once you're done using it, you can just like hold down the 1 button and then it goes back to the default height. It's pretty nice. Would recommend. I don't know how much it costs. Standing, sitting, and Poang. I don't even know what that is. What does he mean by this? Poang. But yeah, if you've not used a standing desk, I would recommend. It's good for your posture. Now I find that when I'm sitting, like, it's kind of uncomfortable because now my back is like hunched over. Everyone has a Poang. The IKEA bounty chair. I do not have that. I don't even know what it is. I guess I could look it up now. Now that my my left hand works again. The hand is back. Hold on. Okay, my controllers are here. Let us look up this IKEA furniture. What is everyone's favorite IKEA furniture? I know a lot of people that collect anime figures, they get the Detolf, right? The Detolf or whatever. Apparently they're discontinuing that. That's the transparent glass thing, and like you can put your figures in it. They're getting rid of that. I don't know why. Kallax shelves. I think I know what those are. Those are the ones that are like squares, right? It's like a 3x2 or like a 4x2 sort of cabinet. And you could also have it vertical or horizontal. Yeah, those. Okay, let's look at Poang. Poang chair. I have not seen these. I was not aware of this chair. But now I know. The squares. Handflow has not committed any IKEA furniture to memory. I feel like the only one that I know is the Detolf and the Blue Hive, but spelled like Blahage. Now you could say this is not furniture, but it's sold by IKEA. So yeah, look, IKEA is discontinuing these shelves. Everyone has these shelves. Look at this. You put all your anime merch in them, and they're getting rid of it. Your bedside table you got from IKEA. It's also a square, but it's only an open metal shelf. I don't know. You all seen that meme about the galvanized steel square? What's up with that? What's the other? This is a Calyx. Calyx. Yeah, these ones. These are iconic. There's God issues. God issues. What is this? I have not seen. Oh, these. I don't know. I've actually never been to an IKEA, so I cannot really relate. I also don't think I have any IKEA furniture. It's a children's furniture. This? It is pretty low down. It's the ideal height for children to use. What? Galvanized steel? You're not seeing the galvanized square steel meme? I don't really know what it is. Just people saying, oh my god, is that galvanized square steel? Build a home of galvanized steel. What even are memes? Have a debugged, which got discontinued. They made another version. Apparently backwards compatible. Debugged. That sounds like a Twitch emote. The GE at the end. Definitely what someone would use on Twitch. It's like bedge. Bedge. I don't have any bedge emotes. Come on. What about GE? I have Dedge. Nurge. Wokeg. Cringe. Angel. Bedge. Forgot what I bought to make my desk from IKEA. Bought some tabletops and table legs all separately. What the? I have an entire like custom table that's even made of different parts. What the? It's like too much effort. Imagine putting effort into making furniture. Could be cool though. Could be a thing to consider doing. Anyway, I should stand up. I'm spending too much time sitting down. Suboptimal posture. My boyfriend did all the heavy lifting. Yeah, but you still gotta like assemble it, right? Look at that. So one thing that happened this past weekend is that one time, remember that one time many streams ago, it could have even been like last year, when the door of my room had a the hinge thing fell off. So you know, here's a door, right? And you got the this thing, right? This is where it attaches to the wall. And there's like a little, like, if you zoom in on this thing, it's kind of like this sort of cylindrical thing, right? Whoops. And there is a... It's not really like a nail, it's kind of like... just like this kind of... I don't know what this thing is called. It's kind of like it goes, there's like a hole and then it goes in there. But like this thing fell out. So typically this is what's keeping these components together. And this thing was here, and then it fell out. And then I had to like align the door to put it in. Yeah, the pin, that's what it's called. It keeps coming out upwards very slowly. It is kind of annoying. But yeah, it fell out. And I'm like, why did they not put this at the top? It's kind of weird, because like if it's on the bottom, it could easily fall out. But like if they had it like the other way, right? You edit and you flip horizontally. I'm sorry, flip vertically. Flip vertical. Like if they had it the other way, then gravity would just take care of it. Although I guess then it would be kind of hard to like take it out because it's at the top. I don't know. Maybe that's why the hinge is fitted backwards. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, I fixed it. It was a bit annoying, had to use a hammer, but it did eventually fix itself, and by itself I mean I fixed it. That was another thing that happened. Good times out here, everyone can relate. Actually, does this relate? How many people can actually relate to this? I know Liquid Cake can relate, but like, is this like a rare thing? I feel like I never hear about this happening. But like, it has to, right? This has gotta be a thing that thousands of people encounter every year. And they have to fix it themselves. It's kind of messed up. But yeah, that happened, I fixed it, and everything's fine now. It's even better than it was before. Because I remember when I looked at the door, it would always, what the heck? It would always be, I would always see this thing like sticking out somewhat, and I'm like, this thing's gonna fall eventually. Usually the hinge comes as a complete thing, so you don't need to put the pin in and out. Just take the hinge off in an emergency. Yeah, I feel like a lot of doors don't have like a pin. Anyway, let me hydrate. It is 6 p.m. after all. Typical 6 p.m. moment. Welcome, good cat. Alright, I've hydrated successfully. Right, I was gonna stand up. You know, every time I'm like, I should stand up. And then I stand up, and then I'm just like, immediately sit back down for something else. What else happened? What else even happened recently? What the? Let me check my notes. And to do that, I'm gonna have to sit down. No, what if I don't sit down? What if I just open Longseek, stand up, and look down at it? Scroll down. Talked about the violin guy. Talked about VR gaming. Talked about recharging my batteries. That's pretty much it. Nothing even of interest happened. Fish. That's it. That's it. Unfortunately, there's nothing else to talk about. We're 1 hour into the stream, and now there's nothing. Now we're out here, not even with anything. I added. Oh wait, I didn't talk about this. I updated the VTube Studio Rust library. This is probably interesting to exactly 1 or 2 people. Oh wait, this is a bear right there. You see this? Hold on. Before I continue talking, we have to go look at this bear. This bear, do you see that bear right there? It is standing. No, it's like the default pose. Now it's standing. Actually, what is a bear's default pose? Like when it stands on 2 legs, you call that standing. But like when it's normal pose on all 4 legs. Like what is that called? Like now it's sitting, but like, what is the default for animals? Because like, when you see a cat, it's like you don't say it's standing, right? I don't know. Anyway, that's a bear. Very interesting. That's when you start the game. Oh yeah. True. I do. Now that I have both my hands, I could be fishing. In fact, I will fish right now. Anyway, I updated the VTube Studio library. I also found an issue with the documentation. I was reading through the documentation that Denchi wrote, and I was like, I tried something out, and I was like, hey, hold on. This documentation is incorrect. You said the values could be 1, 2, or 3, and yet when I tested, it was 0, 1, and 2. And then I DM'd Denchi. I was like, Denchi, are the docs wrong? Is this thing not even what it's supposed to be? And then he was like, oh, you're right. He got the documentation wrong. So then... Anyway, I had that working. I open up pull request. I have not bothered merging it yet because I'm lazy. To the newest version... Well, it's only an issue with the documentation. The documentation was wrong, the values were what was expected. The 0, 1, and 2. Newest version beyond the bug fix. Oh, for the library? It's not merged yet, but I could. Could do it. Maybe they can 4 stand and 2 stand. If it were a person, you could say it was crawling. Maybe. Actually, did you know that there is a... You know how like when people sprint or race at sporting events, they usually like run on 2 legs, right? I got recommended a video the other day that was like... It's like suboptimal to be using 2 legs to run because, you know, most of the time your legs are like off the ground, right? He was like, look at Usain Bolt. In his world-winning thing, yeah, right? He was like, actually, he spent 40-something% of the time with his legs not even on the ground. Now, if everyone utilized all 4 of our limbs, you could go so much faster. And then they had a guy racing on all 4s, and it's like, could this be the new way to run going forward? Welcome, Resetter. I think I welcome Michael, right? Weren't you here at the start of the stream? Pretty sure. I think I greeted you. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I misremembered. Let me scroll up. Oh, it doesn't go that far. It doesn't even go that far. Oh, I definitely greeted you. Crutches of the future? No, because like you can't control the crutches without your arms. Right, the thing about using your arms and legs, you could go so fast. Anyway, their rationale was that you can go faster because when your hand or leg comes in contact with the ground, it allows you to accelerate. So like when you only have 2 legs that are running, you can only accelerate as fast as your legs are touching the ground. But if you had 4, if you look at like a cheetah or something, they spend so much time accelerating due to their 4 legs. So that's the strat. If you ever wanted to be really fast at running, just use all of your arms and legs. Not only your legs. But yeah, that was recommended to me by the algorithm. It's pretty cool. It's one of those things that I never thought about. Millipedes are the fastest. If they were human size. No, because like their limbs are like not that long, right? They just have like a lot of really short limbs. But I feel like if they had long limbs, they could go so fast. Don't runners start with their arms touching the floor? Yeah, because like it allows them to push, right? You could do this. You could push, and that also gives you acceleration. Welcome, Lord Floof. And that just goes to show you the efficiency. That's how it is. That's the new meta. If you never tried it, consider doing so. Anyway, I find myself sitting down again. Every time, I'm just like, I should stand up. But I'm not. I'm not even standing. But now I am. Now I am out here standing up for what I believe is correct. Ow. Oh god. $4.35. $4.35 for that fish. Anyway, what else happened? I don't know. Northern Line came back from vacation. That's pretty cool. He's talking about things now. And I'm cycling is definitely an advantage to use my arms if I want to go really fast. You stand up and use your arms to force your legs down on the pedals harder. Oh yeah, is it like when bikers, they like... I can't show it because like I don't have elbows in this game that you can see. But like, you know, I know what you mean. When you see professional cyclists, they're usually out there doing that, right? They know all the strats. Gotta optimize the acceleration from touching the ground. Perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, that's a thing that happens. And good times. Never have elbows. Then like, what are these, huh? Can't even see it. Like, what are these? How can these not be elbows? They're tubes. Tubes can have elbows. Where they bend in the middle, that is the elbow. That's just how it works. $3. Good times. $3 fish out there. Go back here. Anyway. Can fight with those elbows. Not really. I don't have full body tracking. This is like really inaccurate. If I hold my arms at my sides, this is what it clips into my body. If I hold my hands up, see, it looks like I'm going. I can't even demonstrate. It looks like I'm going like this, but I'm not. My hands are just up, and then if I go like this, that's not even T-posing. Okay, it's kind of a little bit. Anyway, I watched a Gargura stream yesterday, or at least the last 10 minutes of one. She was using her small model that did not have arms, and I was like, whoa, that's just like me. When I stream this, my arms are often clipped into my body like this. You don't even see them. Classic moment. Everyone can relate to this. Can anyone relate to that moment when your hands clip into your body, not even being visible by anyone? They're like, what happened to his arms? They're not even there. Oh, that's crazy. No, I don't think anyone can relate. This is the issue with society nowadays. No one can even relate to this common emotion. It really goes to show you that everyone is different. Happens all the time. Imagine having hands. Handful has hands. Like when you put on a jumper but miss the armholes. Yo, exactly. Why did they call it a jumper anyway? When I think of a jumper, I think of a jumper cable. Or like a guy who jumps. And yet you're telling me a jumper is like a coat of some kind? Like a jacket? I don't know. Hey, when that happens during business meetings, exactly. Happens all the time. Mitten-shaped hands. I can't relate. Could not even possibly relate to this. I find myself sitting again. I'm also even like slouched over. I was gonna say slunched over. A combination of slouched and hunched. But then I was like, that doesn't make sense. Slunched over? What the frick is that? Guys out here slunching. When I hear jumper, I think about cables. Yeah, me too. Slouched over. Anyone slouched over right now, you should make sure you're sitting up straight. Or maybe don't. You know, it is Pride Month. You don't have to sit up straight. You can sit however you want. It's totally fine. Actually, I heard it's not so much about sitting up like straight as it is about just changing your posture every now and then, right? It's only an issue if you're like sitting in the same posture for like a long time. If you're like, you know, you spend a minute sitting like this and then you spend a minute like this, that's better. I don't know another word for it. It's a warm, complete garment, like a hoodie without a hood. Like a cardigan without the ability to open the front. A jersey? Maybe. Is that the same as a tracksuit? Is that a thing? I don't really know. What even are things? You ever stop to think about the meaning of words in our society? Tracksuit top is a type of jumper? Exactly. We've been saying this for years. Look at this fish, though. It's so green. What even are things? What even are the best things in society, in this world? Check this out. Check this out, everyone. Ho ho! $2.93 fish. That's right, $2.93, not $293. That would have been too much. Welcome, Richie. Is that 8? That is in fact 8. For some reason in here, those eyes kind of look like L's. So I was like, is that Richie XLII? But no, they're all eyes. Alright, that's an X, right? I thought it was a V. Am I blind? No, okay, I see it. True, that is in fact 13. Sweatshirt. That's him. Up there. 13. Final Fantasy 13. The classic video game with Lightning McQueen. Y'all remember that game? Never even played it. I just know there's a character named Lightning. And she has pink hair, and I just think of Lightning McQueen every time. Does that apply to anyone else? Anyone else think of characters? And then think of a character with a similar name. Happens all the time. You all remember that children's show, Richie Rich? What was that show? I feel like that's one of the shows that no one talks about. But it was definitely a show that existed when I was a kid. And all it was just a kid who was just really rich and he had a lot of money. That was pretty much the entire gimmick. It's like, I don't remember any of the episodes or like anything that happened in it. But it was like one of those cartoons that was like, oh yeah, right, that existed. Know the name but have no idea what it was. Yeah, there's like a lot of cartoons like that. Heard of it, never watched it. Do you remember seeing Robot Chicken do a skit of him parodying MTV Cribs? Oh, that guy. Oh, that Richie. Richie Rich. How is he even so rich? He's born into money. His parents gave him all of their riches. They even named him Richie Rich. Has he ever done anything good with that money? Has he ever donated that money? I don't know. Anyway, that's beside the point. Richard Rich. What's that sound? What is that sound? I don't even know. It was the radio follow. Blues. It's on the Blues channel right now. Blues Cruise. Out here fishing. Oh, wait, okay, now that I have my left controller back, I can finally show the thing that I was meaning to show at the start of the stream. I was like, oh yeah, I wish I could show like my wish list of games that I might play on Saturday in the Steam Next Fest or whatever. But I could not open the menu, but now I can. Now, after I catch this fish, I can press the right menu button. The left menu button. Bring up the Steam menu, and then you could be like, whoa, that game looks so cool. You should check out this game. And then I go, oh yeah, and then I do. And everyone has a good time. I don't think I'll get to all the games this week. It could even be that I will not get to even half of them. Because, you know, unlike those itch.io games that we play, these are like demos for full-fledged games. None of this, like, stuff that ends in 5 minutes. It's all, like, possibly long games. Maybe. We don't know until we see it. There's a lot of them. I went really far down the list, and I'm like, I don't know if, like, these games that are this far down the list are even any good. But I will add them to my wish list, just, you know, just in case. They could be really good games. It could be awful. We don't know until we check it out. Look, we got another one of these tiny fish. Throw that back. Okay, let's look at that menu now. You know, Tommy Tallarico was on MTV Cribs. I don't even really know who that guy is. Welcome, Dopamine. Okay, here is the Steam wished list. Clothing store simulator, Goblin cleanup. Yeah, Goblin D's got him. This is a game where you clean up a dungeon for like adventurers to come in. And also you're like a goblin maid or something? I don't know. And then we got Tiny... I don't know what Lock Digital is, but I saw it. And I'm like, what if this is good? You got Shim. This is a game where you're like in the shadow. This is a game called Put It Here, which is kind of like, from what I've seen, kind of looks like a little to the left. It's got the same kind of vibes. You got shapes, you put them in places, you organize patterns and stuff like that. It pretty much looks like a direct ripoff of A Little to the Left, but you know, I enjoyed that game, so maybe it's good. Emergency Cleanup Co., another game where you clean things up. I don't know if I'm actually going to check these out, but that is a game that exists. Glyphica Typing Survival. I feel like maybe Chocojack should play this one. This is a game where you type, and there are enemies, and you type the name of the enemy, and then you shoot the enemy. I don't know how fun this is to watch, but I've seen it. It exists. We got Leaf Blowing Simulator. Doesn't this one seem cool? You can blow leaves. This one seems like it could be enjoying. Kind of like, the other games that we play. Power Wash Sim, Lawn Mowing Sim. Just out there blowing leaves. Okay, then we got Town Frame. It's like a puzzle game where, like, I don't know, people tell you things and you try to build a town. I don't know. Let's Minesweeper. This is a multiplayer Minesweeper game. Minesweeper that can contain 1,000 multiplayers at one game. Is this a Minesweeper Battle Royale? I don't know. It is a game that exists. Thought Experiment Simulator. I don't really know what this is, but it looks silly. It kind of looks like Kukiyomi. Remember that game when every VTuber was playing Kukiyomi? It's that game where you're like in a Japanese environment and then you have to like try to be polite. It kind of looks like that. It kind of has the same vibes. A little bit. I don't know. I remember. What the Car? This I think is by the same developers as the other What the Golf? Yeah, What the Golf and with the bat. That one was pretty cool. This one, I don't really know what this one is. It looks kind of silly. And it's kind of weird though, they advertise themselves as the publishers of Untitled Goose Game. Isn't that kind of weird? I feel like if this was from the developers of Untitled Goose Game, it would make sense, but like, all you did was publish the game. It doesn't really imply that it has the same level of quality as Untitled Goose Game. But I don't know, maybe it does. And then we got one button bosses. This is a game where you press one button and you fight bosses, just like in real life. This is a game called Hidden in My Paradise. This is a game that appears to be a hidden object game. Kind of similar to, what was that other game that we played? Lost and Found Co. I think that game also has a new demo, but I think I'll just wait for the full game for that one. There's a game called Just Crow Things. It's a game where you play as a crow. And I guess you mess things up, I don't know. It's a game where you're chilling. You're a ghost, maybe. There's goats out there. There's a game called While Waiting, another silly looking game. Also has Kukiyomi vibes. I don't really know. We got Letter Bunny. It's a game where you're a rabbit and you deliver letters. That's a game. And got Kato's Post Office. This is a game where I guess you're a cat and you have a post office. Undusted Letters from the Past. I don't remember this one. What is this one? Is this a puzzle? Oh, this is one where you're like cleaning up things. You're like brushing dirt off things. This one looks cool. It's kind of like that one Goblin game. Loot Goblin? I don't know. And then these are not demos that exist, but you know, those are pretty much the demos that I might check out this weekend on Saturday. So engaging, right? Everyone's like, whoa, that's so exciting. I can't wait to see Wolfie play these games that he just described. Clothing store simulator. I don't know about this one. This one, you run a clothing store. Like, what if you can design the clothes? What if you could draw? I don't know. Can't wait. That's what I've been saying. Everyone knows. Anyway, that's it. Something to look forward to. Unfortunately, Steam Next Fest is just like a week long. I feel like they could have made it 2 weeks. Why can't they think of the streamers? Also, it's kind of messed up though that they didn't announce the Steam Next Fest games until Monday. Because, you know, a lot of streamers, they make their schedule and then they're like, oh, I don't know what games I'm going to play this week. Gotta wait. But now it comes out on Monday and you're like, I can't even decide. I have to like delay my schedule? I don't think so. Welcome XHAG. Added them to my wish list. Which one? All of them? All of these games? Maybe. Could possibly be. Anyway, that's it. All of them. Even Glyphica Typing Survival, even Leaf Blowing Simulator. Anyway, here's some other games that are on my wish list that I don't think have demos during Steam Next Fest, but they are coming out at some point. Squeak Cross. This is a game which is pretty much Picross, but then you like make furniture for a rat. In Konbini, this is a game where I guess you run a convenience store or something. Bunch of other games. These games, some of these have been on sale, and I never felt like buying them, so maybe I will never get them. About 2,000 games on your wish list. Use it like a bookmark. Yeah, we talked about, I think many people just do that. Lost and Found Co. Looking forward to that one. Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip. This is a game that came out recently. It is in fact on sale, but I don't know if I want to spend the money on that. Yeah, rat furniture. Minesweeper Collector. Some hidden object games. A Little to the Left DLC. Neko. Oh, wait, this is another game. This was a game that's been on my wish list for like a long time, and it does have a demo. I don't really know what this game is. It's got pixel art, it's got cats. I could check it out if I remember to do so. Other games, a lot of games on here. Anyway, that's it. Man, my head kind of hurts. I don't know what it is. I feel like being in VR is not the same as it used to be. There's something about it. Am I sick? I don't know. I basically just buy games I want to play right now. Don't pay much attention to sales. I buy so little that the cost doesn't really matter. Yeah, but like, what if you waited? If you waited, then you could save several dollars. You could save so much. Like 1%. 5%. 1,000%. It's not even possible. If I waited, I would never play games at all. But are you even playing all the games that you've bought? Because I have a lot of games that I have never even been close to playing. Begun to have that attitude as well. Money of that scale matters fairly little with the currently ongoing inflation. Well, maybe if you just play a lot of games. Me, as someone who doesn't really play that many games, just like, I don't know. It's kind of like, really makes you think. The fact that we've gotten so much enjoyment out of itch.io games that are free, it's kind of like you look at these games that are on Steam, and you're like, are these games really that much better than the itch.io games? I mean, probably yes, but also, like, where we got good mileage out of itch.io, games are pretty fun. What will I buy with the €2 I saved on that one game? A scoop of ice cream? You could save it up. Money adds up over time. You could pay for a Twitch sub eventually. Except for Humble Bundle games from decades past, I think I played everything I paid for. Not even completed many of them, though. I feel like that's pretty uncommon. Actually, I don't know if it is. Is it uncommon that, like, a lot of people just have a ton of Steam games that they've never played? Because that does seem to be the common mindset that I see on Twitter. Everyone's like, oh boy, Steam sale. More games that I will never play. But we'll still buy. But it is kind of weird that that is the norm. Never complete Super Hexagon. Maybe I should do I should play everything and see if I want to complete it. Maybe. I mean, you are a streamer now. You could play all of those games. That's the case for me. Having a lot of games and not finishing them. Me too. So many games from bundles that I just don't know. Super Hexagon was the first game where I went, this is not good for my mental. It does seem pretty challenging. That's me with owning music albums. I bought them and never bothered listening. What? You just have them like in your room? Just have the covers shown. Everyone walks in and they're like, oh, you listen to this thing? Oh, that's cool. And then you could be like, no, actually, I don't actually. I never even listen to them. I just have it. So it looks cool. I don't know. Maybe. Right, that is right. Music albums. I sure hope they do. Music albums. I find them quite simple. Music albums. You're telling me a music album this... I find it really relaxing, but I can't do it for more than an hour. I'm being hard and harder, but not hardest or hardester. I didn't even know. I didn't even know it could go that far. How could... Whoops, I just dropped my controller. Is that why it's broken? Okay, I've picked up my controller. Music albums. I sure hope he can get back up on his feet. Yeah, exactly. Weird Al. Remember Weird Al? Do you ever see a mention of Weird Al and then realize that Al, lowercase L, is the same as uppercase I? And so a lot of times when people say Weird AI, it looks like Weird Al. It's kind of weird. It really makes you think, you know? Letters looking like other letters. Musical bomb, you were telling me they... Oh, no, music... Yeah, musical... You're telling me. Wired Al. Welcome, Probs Not Jack. Wired Al. Weird Al. What if instead of AI-generated content, it was Al-generated content? You're like, no, this is not an AI. We just have a guy named Al doing all this. Our new algorithm, it's simply Al and his rhythms. And there's gore in there somewhere for some reason. If I was designing a language, I would simply make every letter look unique. No. Languages would never do that. Emacs and Lisp generated content. The L and I think really seems like it should have been ironed out back when they were making the letters. If only it was that simple. It's like people who are studying Japanese. They always get confused between shi and tsu in katakana because they look so similar. And also so and n look pretty much the same. But I learned, I know the difference based on facts and logic. Pro tips, you can draw lines at the top of tsu. Shi, you can draw lines on the left side. Sushi. In handwriting, they're quite distinct, and in old terminal fonts, basically a recent thing. I also saw this one tweet. Hey, do you see this one tweet? Of like someone who was probably making this up for content, but they were like, oh, I'm a tattoo artist, and someone came into the shop and they wanted this to be tattooed, and it was like Chinese text. But then it looked like it was literally copied from like a computer font. Because, like, you know, a lot of fonts, they are written in a way that no one would ever write if this was real handwriting. And then people are like, I don't think this is real. There's no way someone would give this to you. Welcome Snacko Racko, welcome Cowfriend. They're like, why is the kanji for person written like that? That doesn't make sense. No sane human being would write person like that. Unless they were intentionally just pretending. I don't know. You know, it's a thing. Imagine making things up for content. Going on social media, just making up a line. There's so many Japanese characters, though. Some are gonna look the same. There's no excuse for the Roman alphabet. Is there, though? Is there really? If you could design the alphabet, what would you even do? Actually, this is why there's, in programming, you know how they have, like, base 64, a way to encode binary data? Some people, you know how, like, when you have to copy a word from somewhere, sometimes, like, the O and 0 looks the same, or, like, the L and the 1 looks the same? Instead of base 64, there's base 58. It gets rid of all the similar looking letters. So, like, 0 is not there, the 1 is not there, because, you know, it looks like an L. O is not there. L is not there. I don't know. There's a bunch of things that are not there. And yeah, that's a way to encode your data. If this is intended for human reading, for a human to copy this and write it somewhere else, that's how you do it. It makes sense and helps with mistakes exactly. Actually, the same thing for like Nintendo gift cards, right? Have you noticed this? If you ever redeem a Nintendo gift card, and you go type it in on your Switch or like online or whatever, they actually like gray out some letters. Like the O, I think, is grayed out, so you can't even possibly type an O. something like that. U and V used to be the same letter, so did I and J. What the? Also, isn't it kind of messed up that W is just like defined only relative to another letter? Where it's like, why doesn't W have its own name? It's just defined as being two U's, and sometimes it's written as double V. It's like totally different. Aren't there some languages that call it double V instead of W? I think so. Yeah, in Spanish. That's what I remember. There's a lot of parts of numbers omitted to make them look simple enough to get mixed with letters, like a 0 having a line through the middle. The 1 overhang part, the bottom seen on ones. Yeah, but like the 1 with the overhang, sometimes, if written incorrectly, looks like a 7. Also, welcome Tag Barrel, I think. Yeah, French. Imagine French. It's double V. It only recently started to become considered its own letter. Who decided for some letters, like uppercase and lowercase, should look the same, while others don't? I don't know. Did you know it's called uppercase because it was literally the uppercase when they were making the printing press? Wait, did the uppercase letters not exist before the printing press? Like, what was that, like, not a thing? Did people just write in lowercase letters? Because it's called uppercase because they had, like, 2 different cases for, like, the letters. And the upper one was, like, the big ones. Oh, I guess they called them capital letters. Oh, it's okay. So they were called capital letters, but then they only called them uppercase because of the printing press, but you can still call them capital. Which is why 1 with the bottom part can be important when people think it's a 2. Exactly. Why are numbers so ambiguous? Why would they even do that? And why is the camera showing me on the bottom right there? My left controller is not working again. This happened after the controller fell. You can hear me press the buttons, but it's not working. Omega is omega uppercase, and omega lowercase is the lowercase one. That's like a W. Nobody decided that capital letters were the proper form. Lowercase letters are a simplification. Oh, shoot. I didn't know that. I had no idea. So they were just being lazy. They were just simplifying things. You can't simplify O, U, or S further, so they look the same. You just make them small. It's also like if you have like a lowercase O by itself without any other letters next to it or other context, you're like, I don't know if this is uppercase or lowercase. You know, like, you know, typically this font is this size. Yeah, that, I mean, like, relative, I said there's nothing next to it. There are other letters in the chat, so you do have a sense of scale. But if it was simply devoid of other information, it's just there. Personally, I'm so lazy, I type in lowercase only. There are people that do that. And I think sometimes it bothers me. It's like, if they do this, like, you know, when they're typing on Discord, that's fine. On Slack, whatever, it's fine. But sometimes you have people writing official documentation or like a README for like a Git repo, and they're like, I'm gonna type everything in lowercase. It's like, what? Why can't they just capitalize things? Phones auto-capitalize? Exactly. How would you simplify S? What would you even do there? Is it even possible? 2 S's? Section, that's the section symbol, right? Totally for real. Anyway, I'm standing up now. You know, it is kind of hard to have totally regular posture when standing up here because I have a battery, because like my headset doesn't last the entire 2.5 hours. So I have to use like an external battery pack, and that battery pack right now is in my pants pocket. And so there is a wire connecting it. And so if I move my head up too much, it simply doesn't go. So I have to be careful. And sometimes it disconnects. It's happened before on stream. Sometimes, you know, I move my head too much, and then the wire disconnects, and then I don't realize, and then the headset runs out of battery, and then the stream is dead. Classic moment. Left controller not connected? I already know. Please keep explodey power device out of your pants. Now, where else would you possibly put it? Nowhere. I mean, other people put it like on their headset, which I feel like is even more dangerous. Right? Some people add it to like the back of their headset as a counterweight. I don't know. Simple S could be that letter, like the bottom half of it. Maybe. Like, what even is that? That's like a backwards C. When would that be used? What even do you do? Actually, you know, there are some letters that look like other letters that are actually kind of useful to have sometimes. You know how like when you play itch.io games and you type out the link itch.io, sometimes it will link it when I don't want it to. And so sometimes when I type, like I'm playing itch.io games, instead of typing the dot, I copy and paste a period character that kind of looks exactly like the dot. And then when I post it, it just doesn't become a link. No, not like that. Like a dot on the bottom. Not one of those center dots. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. To distinguish things sometimes. Or actually, sometimes when I rate someone and they say, oh yeah, what were you playing, right? If I was playing itch.io games, I type itch, dot, and then a space, and then IO. It is kind of annoying that like Twitch will make anything into a link if it has like any sort of dot and a suffix afterwards. I guess because they didn't want to program in like all the lookups of valid domains, which I guess makes sense. But you know, sometimes people, they just forget to put a space in between the sentences, and then suddenly it looks like they're posting a link. And then sometimes you have bots that will ban you for posting a link. It's kind of messed up. Why can't things just not be links, huh? They should allow this. Anyway, that's my rant. It's me talking about various things. And I am pretty tired. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm like sick or something. Definitely not so great. Especially, I guess, because it's like the summer right now. Actually, no, it's not summer. It's still spring, right? When does summer start? Mid-June? Late June? But it is pretty warm outside. And that is the least efficient time to wear a VR headset. Because it starts overheating, you start sweating in the headset, it kind of sucks. It'd be weird if someone forgot to add a space when starting a sentence after ending one with a period. Yes, but it does happen. It happens all the time on Twitch, and then they post a link, and then they're like, oh shoot, I didn't mean that to be a link, don't click that please. I feel like most of the time it's not even a valid link. It's like nothing. It's not even a real thing. But yeah, that's it's things. Twitch.tv. Do you know TV is not actually television? Everyone knows this. I'm just saying, you know, in case you didn't know, TV is Tuvalu. It's actually the country or nation or whatever of Tuvalu. And people use it to refer to television. Provide an opportunity for newer domains. There's so many now. could have wolf.ie, but you gotta be Irish, unfortunately, which I'm not. Yeah, object.method. Undefined. Object, in brackets. Good times. Welcome, NanoDan. Tuesday code you already know. You're already aware of everything there is to know in this world. Programming Tuesdays. Good times. Great times out there today. Anyway, what else is going on? Anything cool happening? Good events that I should be aware of besides Steam Next Fest? And I don't even know what else. What else even? Oh, there's Apple had an event of some kind. I don't really know what's new, but that happened. Oh, I remember. People were talking about how in the next iOS you can finally put your app icons in like the place where you actually want to put it. That's like been a thing on Android forever. And for whatever reason, Apple has refused to do it until now. They're like, whoa, check it out. You can put your apps on the bottom without having any apps on the top. Whoa, you could change the color of your app icon. That's crazy. And then everyone's like, man, it should have been a thing years ago. Welcome to the club. We've had this in Android for 10 years now. That's what everyone said. And it's like, yeah, what were they thinking? Why did they take so long to add this feature that everyone wants? Maybe not everyone, but many people. I mean, I feel like I don't have much use for it, but many people could. Actually, does anyone else do this? This is kind of weird. The way that I use my phone is that I only have one page of apps. If I ever need to use an app that is not on my main page of apps, if I scroll to the right page, that's just where you can search for it. And like, I don't use that many apps, so it's never really been much of an issue. Actually, can you all relate to this thing though? Have you ever had a situation where like on your phone app screen or whatever, you're so used to having an app in one specific location, it becomes muscle memory. And then like, I don't know, something happens and it ends up like moving somewhere else. And then you're like, wait a second, this feels different. Where do I even, where was this before? And then you don't remember. You're like, oh man, if only I'd known. So sometimes I just take a screenshot of my apps just so that I have reference of like where I used to have things, so that if it ever changes by accident or on purpose, I could be like, oh right, this app used to be on the top left, that's why it feels weird, because it's on the top right now. You only install one page worth. Do you actually though? What are those apps? Have 3 more apps that fits on one page is super inconvenient. Got so many apps. I think the apps that I have on my home screen: Google Maps, Discord, Twitter, also known as X now, Google Photos, Settings. Actually, do I have settings? I don't know. And, other stuff that's in folders. It's a lot of things. So many things out there. Actually, what do I have? I don't even remember. Welcome, Marklar. The Twitch update was bad. I don't have that update yet. I don't actually know what people are talking about. I'm not sure what the changes are. Oh, is it the thing? No, someone has talked about that. That's the thing where it doesn't show you the channels you're following. It just recommends things to you. And then you have to hope that it recommends you who you actually want to watch. Now, I don't have that update, but it seems like it'd be kind of bad. What were they thinking? What are people even thinking designing apps? Changing functionality. Why? Why can't things just always be the same? I guess, you know, you need to experiment sometimes. You're just out there making arbitrary decisions. Sometimes it's actually fine, but usually people will complain. They'll be like, why did you put this here? Why this button wasn't even here? This pixel was too red. It used to be one shade darker. I have to manually search for channels I watch all the time. It happens sometimes. Maybe. They're like, what if they're live right now? They could be streaming right now on twitch.tv. Could tune in. They could be there. Streaming a game. Streaming, just chatting. Whatever it is people do. What's the meta nowadays? What is the new meta? The new hit game that everyone's playing. It's no longer about, what was that game called? It's not about Lethal Company anymore. I don't see anyone play that anymore. It's not about content warning. What even is there? Mario Sunshine? No. Crosswords? Are a lot of people playing crosswords? I don't think so. Seen 4 or 5 streamers play that recently. Yeah, I was playing it, Margot was playing it. Other people play it. Crab game. You mean Crab's Treasure or whatever? Crab's... Hidden Crab's Treasure. Crab game. Is Balatro over? Well, Northern Line still plays it. I feel like I don't see as many other people play it. I haven't played Balatro at all since the latest update. Not because I don't like the update, but simply because I was playing it simply... I don't know why I said simply so much. Because I was playing it too much. Yeah, we're all Balatroed out. I played it for so many hours, and now it's like, oh man, this new update, I guess I could play it, but then like I could do other stuff. And then I just end up doing nothing. I do think I'll come back to it at some point. I tried playing it recently, thinking that they had the latest update on the Switch. And then I turned on my Switch, and then it was not there. I was like, wait a second. This update's not even available on the Switch yet. Why is this still using the old stuff? Why is Square Joker not even Square? And then I stopped. Because I'm not going to be playing on that old patch, you know? It's outdated. That's not even the meta anymore. Wait, my hand is not... Wait, my hand is not... This is the hand that has been working. Okay, the other hand is simply not working. Yeah, Balatro is a good game. I like watching people play it. It's kind of cool. Oh, you know what is the meta? I think I've seen a lot of people play Elden Ring now. Because they've announced the DLC, and the people are like, oh, I gotta play Elden Ring another time before the DLC comes out. I've seen a bunch of people play it. So many people. Yeah, Slime Molder leaves. Cole was playing it. Alice was playing it. Hannah Mimi's playing it. Northern Lion and Daniel Giesling were playing it. The Samurai build. See, that's the build that I started off with when I first started the game. And then I realized I don't like dexterity builds. As soon as I switched over to strength build, I'm like, actually, this is a lot more fun. So, you know, that's how I played. The opposite. You played strength build and then decided you don't like it. Dang. What about magic? I feel like, you know, like Elden Ring is too long, but what if I did like a magic build and just like easy moded everything? What if that's a thing? What if I could just not even interface with 90% of the mechanics of the game? Just spam magic at enemies. And then I could finally get through the game. But then I would feel like I cheated. That's not what I want. So instead, I just won't play the game. Actually, there is one person at the office. So you know how like when you join a company, sometimes they ask you to like name some fun facts about yourself or whatever? Interesting things to know. I was like, I've been playing Dark Souls recently. And then recently, one guy from the office, he was like, "You like Dark Souls, right? Have you been playing Elden Ring recently?" And I was like, "Oh no, actually, I've heard a lot of people have been playing that, but actually, I never beat Elden Ring because it's too long." And he was like, "Oh, that's too bad. I played it a lot though. I'm doing my second playthrough right now." I'm like, "Whoa, that sounds cool." That's a thing. Started off samurai and then transitioned to magic. It was fun comet azuring along with my mimic. Yeah. Also, I feel like when I played Elden Ring the first time, I did not use summons. Like, I didn't use those ghost summons with the bell or whatever. Because, like, there was one time when I was having so much difficulty with Margit or whatever. And I was like, oh man, this is so hard. And then I used a summon, like the dogs or the skeletons or something. And then I won so easily. And I'm like, this doesn't feel like I deserve this. And then I played, the rest of the time that I did play the game, which wasn't really that long. But I was like, you know what? What if I just don't use these? Because it kind of makes the game really easy. This boss that I was struggling with suddenly becomes so simple once he's focusing on like another enemy. Anyway, that's my Elden Ring experience. Many people enjoy it. You could be enjoying it right now. You could be playing Elden Ring as we speak. Watching this stream, ringing in the Elden. What about Eld out ring? It's always about the Eld in ring. What about the other letters? Not even just L, but A, B, C, D. So many others. It's always about Elden. It really says a lot about society. Anyway, this classic Wolfie moment. He just starts talking about society. It really does just says a lot about society. Anyway, I'm going to hydrate. However, my left controller is not working, so I have to go to the menu on my actual computer. So you don't even get to see me unpause, or you don't get to see me mute the audio or whatever. Yeah, okay, I'm doing that. We have to mute. I'm gonna hydrate right now. Alright, I've completed hydrating. Did I welcome Namington? I don't even know. Anyway, you know what else I've been being recommended recently? Is I watched a few episodes of Smiling Friends, and suddenly my YouTube recommendations is all just like, here's this epic moment from Smiling Friends. Here's the moment where this thing happens. Here's Charlie's epic moments in Smiling Friends. And then they also always recommend Oni Plays. And I'm like, why does this guy look like the Smiling Friend guy? And then I was like, it turns out this guy is actually the writer. He was on this channel, and then he wrote the thing. I didn't know that. But I'm like, is that why this is recommended to me? They're recommending me Oni Plays videos that I don't even want to watch. I'm just interested in the full Smiling Friends episodes. None of this related content stuff. Yeah, his name is Zach, right? Zach something. John Smiling Friends. Jonathan, the friend who smiles. That's him. But now I finally understand. When people post about Smiling Friends, I'm like, oh, I know that guy. That's Charlie. That's Pim. That's Glorp. Glep. Sorry, that's Glep. That's Alan. That's the boss man. This Jonathan, boss dude. That's the guy from the episode. With the gun. Desmond. I remember that guy. Desmond. That's the puddle on the floor from the greasy food place. I remember that. Anyway, there's many things that happen. I understand 3 episodes worth of content now. Yeah, take notes. Make sure you take notes. Whenever anyone talks about Glep, they're talking about the green guy. But not the other green guy. Mr. Frog, that's a different guy. I don't really know what's up with Mr. Frog. But he is a green man who does his own things. But what does he mean? Who even is Mr. Frog? We just don't know. Violence incarnate. Why is he like that? Look at it, we got the lighting out there. It's not even really raining. Isn't it scary when there's lightning but there's no rain? Oh wait, no, there is rain. It was just really light. He introduces himself at the start of every episode. Mr. Frog? No, he doesn't. Welcome, Yuko. The grease puddle was supposed to be voiced by Chris Chan before the incident. Yeah, I also saw that video. They did, in fact, talk about that. He's Mr. Frog, he eats the bug. Now, I have seen that one. But is that at the start of every episode? They didn't show that when they were streaming it. On the official Adult Swim YouTube channel, they sometimes live stream episodes of Smiling Friends. And it's there. That's how I watch 3 episodes. It's kind of inconvenient though, because like since they're live streaming it, you can't pause it. So it's like, oh man, I gotta like go do something else. I can't. I have to actually sit at my computer to actually watch it. It's like how things used to be. Back when TV was a thing, and people would just be like, oh no, I can't miss it. I gotta wait for the commercials. Otherwise I'll miss the best part. Oh, look at that thunder. Listen to that thunder. The low rumbling sounds of thunder. Good times. Isn't kind of messed up that my hand is over there. I can walk so far away, and yet my hand is still in that position. Get 25 cents for recycling. That's actually pretty generous. A lot of places they'll only give you 5 cents for recycling. I can't even talk. For recycling a can. But no, there they give you 25. It's like 500%. So much value. The state gives nothing. Wait, really? They don't have like at supermarkets those places where you can recycle cans? Because like my dad used to do that all the time. He would just save up cans from home. Every time he went shopping, he would just like, you know, he'd just bring all the cans over. The money does add up. You could save like, you know, 25 cents one time. You could save up like, you know, 30 cents. And then as soon as you know it, you can use that money to purchase goods and services. Food. I don't even know. What do you even buy at supermarkets? Food. Supplies. You just get guilted into recycling? I think you can make a bunch into aluminum recycler if you want. But is that not what it is? Do they not have that there? Wait, but Brooke is also in Colorado, right? And she says this is a thing. And yet Slime Molder, you're saying is not a thing. Maybe you don't know the right places. See, where I live, they charge 10 cents per container, and then when you buy, but only get it back if you take it to the recycling place yourself, and the recycling company that takes it costs money. Hold on. This sentence, there's a lot going on there. They charge 10 cents per container when you buy it. But you only get it back, take it to the recycling place yourself. Oh, I see. And the recycling company that takes it costs money? What the? It was kind of like how, like, in Europe, right? Don't they have, when you get like a shopping cart or like a trolley or whatever they call it there, you have to like put in a quarter or something. And then once you return the trolley, you get the quarter back. Something like that. That's when you were in Michigan. Okay, so maybe it's not a thing in Colorado. I don't know. I simply don't know. Could in fact be a thing. Even in my apartment complex, I find it to be actually pretty complicated, if you were to ask me. A lot goes into managing an apartment complex. It's not that simple. The garbage and recycling service costs money, but they don't give back the recycling container tax. It's kind of messed up. Might as well throw it. No, it's so messed up. The fact that it's better, there's less effort to just throw it away. That's what's messed up about society. They do that at Aldi. Yeah, Aldi's. Yeah, they do in fact do that there. They have special coins for that. Infinite money glitch, stealing shopping carts from the dump and putting them in the cart return. I don't know how it works. Maybe. Recycling is not often super effective. It's good for aluminum. Kind of messed up. Gotta reduce, and then reuse, and then recycle. Recycle should be the last resort. Many people don't know this. They do list them in that order, in the order you should prioritize. Reduce, reuse, recycle. They don't, but you'd think they'd handle the tax back for you. Society. Am I right? Am I right, gamers? What are they doing? Not even good incentives. But you know, sometimes in New York at least, you'll see a lot of like old ladies digging around in the trash, looking for like cans to turn in. They'll just have like huge trash bags with like 100 cans in it. And they're really what's holding society together. All those people that were just throwing them in the trash. Got people sifting through those trash bags looking for 5 cents. It's very sad. So 5 cents nowadays isn't even the same. Remember when you could buy an entire stick of gum for 5 cents? They had like a 25-cent pack of like wintergreen or whatever. Do they still make those? Wrigley's? Is that what they're called? Wrigley's? Winter Fresh? I don't know. Haven't had gum in so long. I said gun. He said the word wrong. Gum. Chewing gum. But yeah, then they had like bags of chips for 25 cents. They had everything. Everything was so cheap, and now you can't even get a $5 footlong. You can get like a $5... I don't even know. I feel like a 6-inch sub isn't even $5. It's probably like $6. You could buy a gumball of questionable age from one of those machines for $0.25. It is true. Actually, did you know a lot of those machines aren't even owned by the company that owns the property? Sometimes people just buy those and like ask the shop owners if they can leave them there. Same thing for like vending machines. A lot of times when the vending machine breaks, like the people that work there don't even know. They don't even have the keys. Yeah, TikTok. You just go to places and be like, hey, I noticed there's an empty space here. Have you considered that more people would show up if you put a vending machine here? And then they're like, I guess, sure. And then you could just put it there. That's how people make money. You have to gather 300 cans an hour to make minimum wage. Yeah, unfortunately, that's how some people live. You aren't monetizing every square inch of this space. Yeah, but like they're not even getting the money. It's just there for like people to have something to do. They're like, oh man, I'm waiting for my laundry. Might as well buy a thing. And that's how it is. Imagine monetizing things. You know, recently I've been not monetizing any of my YouTube videos. Because it's like, I don't see the point. If I turn on monetization, I make like less than 1 cent per video. And it's like, it's not even worth it. To annoy people that want to watch the VODs because they get to see ads, it's not even worth it. The 1 cent that I would get would be better spent not even going to me. Not even having ads. It's good. Anyway. That is a thing. Those are things that are happening in this world. Monetizing things. Putting gumball machines at locations. That must suck though, right? Imagine you work somewhere and like some third party put like a vending machine where you work, and then like once it inevitably breaks, you have people that are like, hey, the vending machine's broken, can you fix it? And they have to be like, oh, actually, that's like, we don't even have the keys for that. The person, you know, we're not even here. What if they never come back, huh? What if someone offered to put a vending machine where you were, but then like all the food in it went expired really fast, and then they don't come back in months, and then suddenly you have like this like awful smelling vending machine where like everything in it is expired, and then it actively keeps people away because, you know, there's flies near it. And then if the person never comes back, then you're responsible for getting rid of it. You have to be like, oh man, let me get some, pay someone to take this to a different property. I don't know. They tell you they won't take it away unless you pay them. I mean, you could just do it. You could just call someone, but then like you'd have to pay them to haul your trash away. That's like a thing, right? You can't just leave trash on the street. You have to like call, you have to like schedule a pickup. You have to have someone come over to pick up the fridge and all that. Yeah, that's the real hustle. Just buy it. What if you just buy a lot of broken vending machines for like really cheap, and then you just go somewhere and it's just like, you want to put this vending machine here? And they're like, sure. And then they find out it's never worked. People at my apartment complex just leave couches and stuff by the dumpster. Yeah, people do that. People do tend to just leave things there. But you know, maybe they're like, oh, someone's gonna pick it up. Someone's definitely gonna come in here. They're gonna be like, oh, this awful couch, I want to use this. Pretty sure it isn't allowed, but I don't know how they prevent it. They probably, I guess, like, record that area. And then when they find the person who did it, they're just like, hey, what are you doing? Get this furniture out of here. It doesn't even belong here. How does it only work on a Tuesday? Welcome, cast. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to watch the beginning of this stream to find out. You're gonna have to tune into the VOD. Be like, oh man, I miss all the story. Now I have to watch old content from the past. No. Time machine? You don't need a time machine. You can just watch the VOD. The VOD is open. Anyway, I'm gonna explain it. Basically, I'm in the office on Tuesdays, and the office Wi-Fi is better, and so when I was at home, the request was timing out, but only when I was at home. Timed out on Monday and Wednesday. And then I found out we were not handling the timeout case properly. That's the bug. Watching old content? Yeah, imagine watching VODs. Does anyone even watch VODs anymore? Anyone out there watch a VOD recently? It sure was an interesting story. Is that sarcasm? I titled the stream this, and you are out here saying this thing to me, the streamer, in a way that could be interpreted as sarcasm. But maybe it's not. Maybe you actually think it's an interesting story. I don't think so. Just goofing around. Probably will have to watch VODs after working. There's nothing interesting in this VOD though. Imagine watching VODs. It's just like, whoa, hey, what did I miss? You tune in and it's like, what's the deal with dogs? Do you think dogs understand technology? Wow. Wolfie's just out here saying things. Oh, look, the bear was there. Look at the bear. If Wolfie went on vacation, I'd probably fire up a VOD. Would you? I feel like when streamers go on vacation, I don't really watch VODs. Well, okay, Northern Lion, he does have a dedicated clipper. Okay, no, that is true. I do watch him. I guess when I'm watching clips, those are in fact VODs. So, okay, I do watch VODs then. But only Northern Lions. And only edited by the librarian. Used to watch VODs once, now at the most if it's long clips. I think dogs understand. Do dogs even really understand though? If you ask the dog to help debug why this issue only happens on Mondays and Wednesdays, would they even have the context for that? Would they just be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even comprehend language. Won't be here for the stream anymore besides Saturday. Man. That's what it's like to have a job. To have to go to places, to like go to an office. It's messed up. Having to not watch streams. It's like how Hamflow is not even streaming on Monday. Every Monday, I'm like, can't wait to watch a stream. And then it's just the only person Chocojax is streaming. And like, you know, her streams are cool, but also there's no other streams. And also I feel like she tends to play Final Fantasy XIV on Mondays, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I tune in and she's like doing some quest, and I'm like, what even is this? What even is Thunder? What even is a Jobstone? I don't know. What did she even mean when she said she needed a Jobstone? And people are like, you need a Jobstone or else you can't change your job. And I'm like, what? I didn't get a Jobstone. When I changed my job, I didn't get a Jobstone. Look at me now. Now I have to go to the office on Tuesday and Thursday. But maybe not next week. Only Tuesday. Because there's a holiday on Wednesday. I don't know. Many things happening. Everything happens so much. She's avoiding the highlighted ground that becomes engulfed in magic fire 10 seconds later. I didn't even see that. When I see her streams, I don't even see those lights. I didn't even realize I was still fishing. I can't catch this fish. It's shrimply impossible. I don't have a second hand to do this. I have to do it this way. Never played FF14, but I played enough Final Fantasy that I think I get it. There's an NPC named France L. Isn't that kind of funny? France L, they sure do. France L, funny name. And then there's a guy named Alphanod, and I'm like, isn't that like the YouTube guy? And then I remember, oh wait, that's Alpha Rad. That's not Alphanod. But Alphanod is a guy in Final Fantasy XIV, and his name comes up all the time. And I'm like, oh, that's Alpha Rad. It's not Alpha Rad. I've never even watched Alpha Rad. I don't even know what he sounds like, but I know his name. And that is not him. Alpha Nod is not even him. Hilarious. Wolfie. Witty observation. Nod. Alpha Nod. Why would he gnaw something? What is he? Some kind of rat gnawing on things? And it's past tense. He stopped gnawing it at some point. I guess he could still be gnawing. Just because it's in past tense doesn't mean you're not still doing it. Anyway, I don't know. I can't catch this fish. Simply is impossible to catch this fish with the one hand. Alpha Nod probably doesn't even play Wacky Poke. No, it's Alpha Nod. N-A-U-D, I think. Alpha Nod. What's he even doing? And there's a guy named Sid. You know, every Final Fantasy game has a guy named Sid. Sid, but spelled with a C. C-I-D. C-I-D, he's got him. And they got chocobos. And you got Moogles, you know, Moogles, those are the guys with the red pom-pom. Moogles. And then what? And then what even? You got blue mages. You got red mages, you got white mages, you got black mages, you got pictomancers. I don't even know. I don't even know what else is out there. The Final Fantasy XIV world is infinite. One day you think you know, and then someone says something like, free company, and you're like, is it even really free though? It's not. Recycle stuff is kind of comforting. You got the summons, you know, you got Ifrit, you got the other one, you got the other ones. Who are they? I don't even know. Gigantus, that's a guy, right? What are the summons? You got Titus? No, that's not him. That's a guy from Final Fantasy X. What are the summons? They got Shiva, Bahamut. Is it pronounced Bahamut? I don't know. Got the other ones. That's the guy who laughs. Yeah, Titus. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. I don't know if he actually sounds like that. Wait, where is the fish? Is this fish not here? Is it not even on this thing? Did I not catch a fish? No, I did. Can you believe I caught this fish with one hand? Yeah, Titan, Aeon. What about Kaon? All I know about Final Fantasy X is that one video with Waka. Isn't that the guy who's racist? And he plays blitzball? Is that a thing? That's all I know about him. He's an athlete who has prejudice against a certain group of people that I don't really know who they are. That's him. That's John Final Fantasy X. Waka. Waka, isn't that the arcade game that looks like a washing machine? Waka. It's a video of him singing various Japanese meme songs. Okay, then maybe I don't know that one. Oh, I also know in Final Fantasy 14 they have Mahjong. That's a thing. Everyone always finds out about Mahjong from Yakuza or Final Fantasy 14. Classic. Classic moment. You go to any Mahjong tutorial. Who else is here from Final Fantasy? Anyone else here for Yakuza? And then people go, so true. That's me. Literally me, for real. Okay, now this is the part of the stream where I would do today's connections. However, my left hand is not working, so I can't pull up the menu. Unfortunately, I don't really know of an easy way to resolve it. I guess I'll just sit here. I'm pressing all the buttons. Where even is my other hand? Oh, it's right there. Why is my hand even over there? You can't even see it. I mean, you could see it, but you can't. I can't really even move it. I'm gonna need to buy new batteries. You know what's the messed up part? Is that batteries, or like general goods, right? If you go on Amazon or whatever, it's probably cheaper than the price you would find in the stores. Which is kind of like weird if you think about it. Like, it's cheaper to have something shipped from a warehouse to my house. You know, if I wanted to buy new rechargeable batteries, it's probably like, you know, $2 cheaper on Amazon. But like it comes all the way from a warehouse and it has to get shipped from like, you know, a truck. Whereas if I just went up and like walked to a store, I would be paying so much more for the same thing. Messed up, man. That's why, you know, we gotta consider... Hey, what the? Why did something bite on this thing? I didn't even get the fish off of it. Are you telling me fish can bite onto the hook even when there's another fish on it? What the heck? I returned something to a local store once because it was half the price on Amazon, right? That's like, it's messed up. The fact that things are so much cheaper on Amazon and they have like free shipping and all that. He ate the fish, yeah. Well, if we catch this fish, maybe we can see whether there are two fish. Sometimes this does happen. Sometimes multiple fish bite the same bait. I don't even know if I had bait on this one. Is that even a thing? 20 versus 10, right? That's like so much money. $10? Dude. Oh no, did I fail? Did I catch the fish? I don't know. I don't know if the fish that's on here is the fish that I already had, or if this is a new fish that I just caught. Look at this. Look at this pro strats. It appears to be... Wait, is that two fish? No, that appears to be... one fish. Is that one fish? It kind of looks like two fish. It's kind of dark. I can't really tell. No, that's one fish. Wait, is it though? I feel like it's... No, that's two. That's definitely two fish. You seen this? A single fish does not shake around this much. I can see parts of its body. Yeah, that's two fish. That's two fish right there. Who knew? I didn't know you could do that. Unfortunately, I don't really have an easy way to remove the fish because I only have one hand. I tried doing it the way that I did last time, but I couldn't really do it. Now, what if I did this? Oh, surely this works, right? Yeah, it is two fish. Look at this. It was even two different types of fish. What the, is that another fish? No, that's not another fish. It just clipped through the boat and went back into the water. Anyway, that's cool though. Two fish. Red fish. It's not a blue fish, but what if it was? What if this was a blue fish? We could say one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Hey, it does say blues. You seeing this? Blues? Bluey? The dog? Everyone knows the dog. Jonathan Bluey. Okay, I'm gonna release this fish. Because you know the game is called Catch and Release. And I did catch, and now it is time to the release. Gotta go. Thanks for stopping by, Richie13. Okay, we throw this back in. 127, that's like nothing. That's like no money. What about this one? This fish has got to be at least $2.97. What did I tell you? $3? That's pretty much the same. It's the same price right here. Anyway. I sure wish I could do connections right now. I even specifically did not watch Northern Lion play connections today because I was like, oh, what if I want to play it on my stream? It is a fishing stream. We do tend to do that sometimes. But then my left controller just doesn't work. I can't even pull up the menu. It's not even possible. So I did all that for nothing. I would have to play it off stream. And then by that point, like, what's even the point, right? Everyone already knows the answer. Except me. Yeah, I avoided content for nothing. This happens pretty often. Like when NL does the connections, I don't watch. When SE does connections, I don't watch. But you know, sometimes I have like the stream playing in the background. Like this happened today. I had Northern Lion stream playing in the background. And I didn't realize he was on connections and he had already solved one of them. And I was like, I gotta avoid looking at the screen. So I had to like, I don't know. I didn't cover the screen, but I just like avoided looking. I just looked at the volume slider and then made it 0% volume. And then I switched to a different tab for several minutes until he was done. And that was it. Just do them faster. Yeah, but like I can't. Because it's not during my stream. That's just not how it works. Things are simply different. In this world, there are things you can and you will. No, like, have you not heard anything? I was like, my hand is not working right now. I cannot open the menu that allows me to show my browser. I will have to exit the game. I might have to like replace the battery on this controller with the other one. I will have to buy new batteries, whether from Amazon or from a brick and mortar store. Isn't it kind of weird they call them brick and mortar stores? People aren't even going there buying brick or mortar. And yet, are they even made of brick or mortar? I don't even know. Maybe, I don't know. How many buildings do you think are still made of brick and mortar? Probably, maybe a lot of them? I don't know. I don't actually know. I guess that would make sense, right? It's probably more brick and mortar than like wood houses. The store is made of that. But are all of them? All brick and or mortar? What if someone made a house only with mortar and no bricks? Ain't that the TV show? Which one? Brick and Mortar? Oh, Rick and Morty, I get it. You know, that one was like, that's far enough away, but then once I got it, I'm like, that's a good one. Rick and Mortar. Classic joke. It can all depend on the streamers to know words that sound like other words. Rick and Morty. Brick and Mortar. Mortimer? Tortimer from Animal Crossing? Anyone remember Tortimer? What's that guy up to? Is he still on Club Tortimer? The island? Tortimer Island. It's good times. Fun times. You could just go to Club Tortimer, play minigames, interact with randoms. They would never do that nowadays. Society has changed. Nintendo will never do social activities with random people anymore because it's too dangerous. People are too unhinged nowadays. Can't trust them. You could trust me though. Only me. If they were like, Wolfie, we would like to instate multiplayer with randoms. We can't trust anyone, but you seem like you're trustworthy. And I'd be like, so true. So true, Nintendo, thank you. Whoops. And then they never contact me ever again. Good times. Brand safe. How would you even brand a safe? Aren't they made of, like, metal? Can you brand metal? I guess you can. If the iron is hot enough. I don't know. What is bro talking about? Me when the streamer doesn't make sense. Anything can be hot enough to melt and brand. What about society? What about this rubber chicken? What about the concept of happiness? Or sadness? Or any such thing? Doesn't some reaction happen at super high heat? That's how you get weird rainbow metal colors? Actually, I have no idea. I guess, maybe. Definitely could be possible. That is information you will have to find out somewhere else. Because I can't pull up the chat. Not the chat. The window. The window. I mean, I can, but you can't see it. That's the messed up part. I could simply look up and then I can see my computer screen and it has stuff on it, but you all can't even see it. I can't even pull the menu up. Oxidation. Maybe. Anyway, my head kind of hurts. This is what happens when you play too much VR. You're in the VR world for so long. Suddenly your head is like, oh, what the heck? I'm getting dizzy. I should probably end the stream though. It is about that time. It is a bit earlier than that time though. I feel like I usually end the stream at like 7:50 nowadays. Even 55. Built different. More recent VR sets tend to reduce the strain. Yeah, probably. I'm sure the Quest 3 is probably more ergonomic than the Quest 2. Or whatever. But I mean, this is fine. This is fine for me. Okay, that 3 hour. Imagine streaming for 3 hours. Who would even do that? Couldn't even imagine. Except on Saturdays. Only on Saturdays. It's the only time that it will ever surpass the 3 hour mark. Anyway, I guess I should end the stream then. Let me go over to my computer. And then I will take a look at what day it is. But you can't even see. You're just gonna have to trust me when I type !today and then it pops up a link. And then I click the link. And then I have to browse. National Loving Day? Child Labor Day? What the? What the heck? Democracy Day. Ooh, International Falafel Day. That's a good one. National Button Battery Awareness Day. Jerky Day. Peanut Butter Cookie Day. Red Rose Day. Superman Day. Valentine's Day in Brazil. With the World Day Against Child Labor. Now that's a different message from Child Labor Day. You're telling me they have a day against child labor and a day for child labor and they're on the same day? That's kind of messed up. Okay, and then a bunch of people's birthdays. Let's do... oh, the page just reloaded. So what the frick is happening? Let's do National... International Falafel Day raid. International Falafel Day raid. This is so inconvenient. I have to like look at my computer through this screen. Can't even see it. Okay, then we go to twitch.tv. Where is that one? I you know, maybe I should just like I should just pull the window up here somehow. If I can even do that. Can I even do that? Oh, I can't. My hand is not in the right place for that. Kebs. What is it? Twitch.tv. Twitch.tv. Why did it autocomplete to twitch.tv/Northernland? I guess that is my most viewed stream. Okay, so who is out here streaming on Wednesday? Let's go to browse. See who's streaming. Where's the button? Twitch raids. Okay, we got many people are streaming. A lot of people out here playing games and other things. Let us raid one of these individuals. One of these people out here. It's really hard to like look, you know? Here, what if I take off my headset? What if I just do this? Okay, it's much easier to see now. Let's raid let this person. Sure. What about let's raid Alice Sawyer? Playing Crow Country. That is in fact a country for the crows. /raid Alice Sawyer. The raid is going. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you all on Friday most likely. And that'll be some Picross and also that other game that I play, Stitch. And then on Saturday we got a bunch of games. Steam Next Fest demos. Maybe some connections and other things. I don't know. We'll find out. I already went over some of the possible games. So now it's been spoiled. Now you know exactly what's going to happen. You'll tune in and you'll be like, oh, he's playing this game, he already said this. So predictable. He's playing this indie game, I can't believe he would do this. Anyway, that's it. I will make sure that I recharge my controller battery. I put that in the to-dos. To-do, recharge, battery. It's there. It is there now. Is the raid going? It just not. The raid is now going. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.